Hi Brazil, this is Lorde, and hi Papelpop. I can't wait to come and see you soon and for you to hear my new album Melodrama, which comes out June 16th.
Oi galera do Papelpop, eu sou a Vivi Tomasi e eu tô aqui em Los Angeles e tô super feliz porque o Papelpop me deu uma missão incrível, que é entrevistar uma das melhores artistas da música pop atual, e ela tá aqui do meu lado, Lorde.
Hello.
Hi Lorde, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, good. I'm very excited to be here if you haven't noticed yet.
Thank you for having, thank you for coming, I appreciate it.
And so I'm gonna get straight into Melodrama. And one of the things that I noticed about the album from the get-go is that the heartbreaks and the love disillusions didn't really become like sentimental ballads. It was like party. Like, it's like more like a fun thing. I noticed that with Greenlight, and I wanted to know if the rest of the album follows that kind of pattern.
It's interesting. I think that kind of stuff is addressed in lots of different ways. You know, there are really sad moments and there are moments where it is kind of wrapped in a bit more of an upbeat package, you know. And I think that, like, you know, the main thing that I took from going through that sort of thing is it doesn't feel sad all the time. You know, you can be happy and then just be hit by, you know, oh my God, I feel awful, I gotta call them or whatever, you know. I think with a lot of difficult situations, sometimes you just have to push through and like just fake being okay for a long time until you are, you know. Yeah, definitely with Greenlight there was an element of, if I just keep going out, then I won't have to think about this all the time. And so I think with the music it was very much about trying to show all the sides of a lot of those situations.
So that leads into my other question, because I've been through a couple heartbreaks myself, and I was like miserable. But I wanted to know from you, how do you deal with heartbreaks? I mean, obviously great music comes from it, but what's like your process, or what has been your process to deal with a heartbreak?
I don't know if I have like a go-to. I don't know if I'm so seasoned. I think with anything like that, there's an element of searching for yourself and who you are when you're not necessarily, you know, when you are alone. That was a big, you know, process for me. I moved out of, I was like living with my parents, and I moved out and I live alone, and you know, it was kind of amazing to just sort of like have my own space and be figuring it out.
Do you like it? Do you like being alone?
I love it, yeah.
You do?
I love living alone. Everyone's sort of like, why would you want to live in that house all by yourself? But I really love it.
We'll never be rose. It's running our blood. That kind of luck's just ain't for us.
So a lot of your fans in Brazil want to know if you're going to make it there anytime soon. Do you have it in your plans?
We have a lot of stuff kind of in the works for this year and for next year, and Brazil is like totally at the top of that list. I had the best time when I went to Brazil a couple of years ago for Lollapalooza.
Right.
I love the people, I love the energy, I love the vibrancy, so I'm hoping that I can come back and eat some really nice food.
So when you went last time, you had time to like visit and like get to know a little bit of the...
We had like a couple of days, and we sort of like, we just went around. We were in Sao Paulo, and it was amazing. I had such a sick time. Like, I love the young people. I feel like the kids, you're like walking through the park, and there's always like, you know, a girl sitting on top of her boyfriend. They're like making out, and they're so cute. You know, I love the vibe.
More free.
Yeah, it's very free. It's nice.
I saw your videos at Coachella, and I could tell that you were having like a really good time. Did you like miss being on the stage? Were you like excited to give us like a taste of the new album? Like, what were you feeling?
I really did, and I didn't expect to have missed it as much as I did. When I got out there, I really felt so connected to the crowd, and I really realized that I had missed doing that. Yeah, and it's exciting to kind of show people a little bit of, you know, the world of Melodrama.
Can talk it good, how you wish you would be all the time.
Do you feel like you've changed a lot in the last 4 years?
Yeah, I mean, I think like a big part of, you know, growing up is, you know, you do change. I know that like I definitely changed from when I was 16. But I think I just feel a bit more sort of relaxed about everything. I think that a bit more relaxed about, you know, what will happen, and you just kind of have to go with it and be your best self and be as true as you can in every situation you're in.
Mm-hmm. How about with like showbiz? Do you feel like over the years you've gotten more comfortable with it? Because there can be a lot of pressure, red carpets, tabloids, gossip magazines, etc., etc.
I'm not like very good at that sort of thing, and I am very aware that I'm not good at it. So I just sort of try and you know, do the stuff that is, you know, the things that are my strengths. You know, the writing and to an extent the performing, and you know, building a lot of stuff, creating, you know, music videos. But yeah, I don't look very good when I sort of I'm off to breakfast. I don't look so good, so I'm okay with leaving that to I'll leave that to the professionals.
What artists influenced you for Melodrama?
I was listening to a lot of like music that you can dance to, you know, so there was like, we were listening to a lot of hip hop and a lot of like early 2000s pop, and every, you know, few days I would go to my co-writer and be like, oh my goodness, do you remember this song? And we would, you know, pull apart some old like Ciara song or whatever and bring elements of that to what we were doing. But yeah, it was pretty closed off when I was making it. I'm such a fan of like, you know, classic, incredible artists. Obviously Bowie is a big one for me. I love Kate Bush. I'm a big Fleetwood Mac fan. But then I also love, you know, I love Drake. I love Kanye. There are these visionaries, you know, who Beyonce, you know, Rihanna, who just continue to build such a rich story around their work. And yeah, I'm definitely very inspired by that.
If you could revive an artist from the past for a duet or for like a collab, who would it be?
Bring him back from the from beyond. Who would I bring back? I don't know who I would bring. Maybe I would bring back some crazy old, like, I don't know, some weird, amazing, like, gospel singer from, like, 200 years ago or something. I'd, like, find the coolest, like, folk, like, beautiful folk singer and bring him back. And
nice.
Yeah, I don't know.
One really cool thing that I learned about you is that you have synesthesia.
It is visual with words and language and sound. So all that kind of stuff also has like a kind of visual counterpart, whether it's color or texture or anything like that.
I wish I could know like what my voice like looks like to me, you know? I hope it was like purple or something, because that's my favorite color.
It's weird, my voice, I mean, my melodies are colored, but the actual sort of texture of my voice itself is much more textural. Like it's like almost like the closest thing I can think of is like photographic grain. When you have a like really filmic grain, that is often the texture of a vocal, and it changes in different ways.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well, great. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you for coming.
Yeah, and soon I'll see you in some pics holding a bunch of Grammys.
Oh my.
Like a ton.
Oh
like
dear.
One in your head, like one of the.
Oh, who knows what could happen?
I think so.
Oh boy. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.